Hi, it's me, Nancy. Nancy's Hooked on Crochet. How you doing? I just had some time today. I've been babysitting a lot every day last week because the other grandma was in, we call it isolation, because her son had COVID. So basically, she couldn't babysit, and I had to do all the day. My husband and I had to watch him every day, which was fine. Just kind of like made it more difficult to do anything. Hey, Kim, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. Just decided to make a live. It's been difficult lately with all the babysitting that we've been doing. So what's everybody up to? What you making? I just started this little blanket. I'm I'm using my Dollar Tree yarn. I see it's over here. I didn't use the purple though because I was thinking it's going to be. I can't see it from here. Anyway, so this is I got the dark green, the gold, the orange, and the blue. And this is Joanne's yarn. What's it called again? The Big Twist. I had bought this when I ordered online a while ago and it was on sale. It's a cream color. But, you just need something contrasting in between. Let's see. Hope some more people come in. So it's Monday. Today was my day. I didn't have to babysit today. So I have a little more energy. It's, when you watch, I'm not as young as some of you that have little kids, you know, watching a 3-year-old is tiring, What she say? I just finished my Lion Brand, that 70s yarn rug, and I loved it. And you used 20 skeins. Oh, thank you. And I started this, I think it was, I don't know, I think it was not last night, the night before. And you got to be careful, though, because it's easy to make a mistake if you're not careful, Hi, Marcel. How you doing? Where you all from? What are you making? I want to try to post this in my group. I made a Facebook group a while ago. So I think I could do it. Oh, let's see. Not coming up on my feed here. Thank you. Yeah, so, well, that's what I'm working on now. I did start something else. It's not near me. I was thinking about making a top. And I'll show you the yarn. 1 second. Sorry. Out of reach. I had bought this yarn at Hobby Lobby a while ago. It's got like sparkly, it looks blue to me, but it says Glints of Glam. It was from Hobby Lobby, and I paid $1.37 each. And it's kind of thin. It says it's a light 3. So I was thinking, like, I'm in Florida. Oh, so Marcella said she's working on amigurumi. And Kim is working on 2 baby blankets as well. Steve's cousin's having twins. Oh, fun, boy and a girl. Years ago, I have a friend that had twins, a boy and a girl. Anyway, so I had this yarn and I was going to make a shawl out of it. And I decided I didn't want to make the same. I just finished the shawl, so I'm going to show you that too. And then I was looking at some top that Lencier did. And I was making these little, I don't know if it was just a little too holy. Hi, Sandra. Oh, you like the wave blanket? Thank you. It's the first time I ever made it. But this is like, there's like a top that Lencier, I don't know if you ever heard of her. She has a tutorial. And I was putting these together, join as you go. So all of a sudden I have multiple whips, or I start something and if I hate it or I don't think I want to make it, I stop. Hey, Debbie, thanks for coming in. So this was maybe going to be a top. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I haven't made a decision. I just decided I didn't feel like working on it right now. But I did finish a shawl. Let's see. don't know. I can't seem to figure out how to post my live somewhere else. It's not showing up in my phone. Anyway, so I had this yarn that I bought at the, what you call it? Let me get the label. Hey, Butterfly Dream Crochet with Jeannie. How you doing? I'm good. Not babysitting today, so I have a little more energy. So I had gone to AC Moore and I bought this yarn. I had a little piece of it. See, it looks gray, like a silvery gray. It's really shiny and soft, kind of like a Karen Simply Soft. And I made a shawl out of it. That was by a, what's her name? Kristen Amdahl. Hi, Susan. How you doing? What are you making? What's on your hook? Sure. Is it like, what? Is Jeanette in here? I don't, oh, there she is. There's Jeanette. Yeah, let me show you the shawl. Got to stand up. So she used a really pretty pink color. This is a number 3, but it's a little bit, I think it's not a very light 3 at all. I think it's a more of a heavy 3. Could be a light 4, but I like it. Move the chair. And it has like all this little stuff on the end. It didn't take too long to make. Thank you. It didn't take too long for me. I mean, like I'll crochet a little in the morning, and I don't babysit. If I do babysit, yeah, it's from, I'm going to put, later I'll put the link to the tutorial, but I needed the pattern. It was only a $2 pattern. I mean, I don't know if I could have made it without the pattern. Thank you, Jeanette. And also Sandra, thank you. Everybody, Marcel. So anyway, so I enjoyed making it, except for I had a little trouble with the top. It was gathering a little bit, but I think I tried to make it with a different yarn one day, and I decided to try this yarn instead. You know, it has like 3 sections. It has this top section, then it goes into this, and then, no, 4 sections. But pretty much you do the same thing all the way across. So she kept calling it easy, a Zen project. So it was Kristen Amdahl, and there's like a 3-part tutorial, and it's only a $2 pattern. So I end up buying the pattern. I don't buy a lot of patterns. I kind of didn't want to give up on it because it looked fancy. I like fancy, you know. Anyway, so I've been good. I haven't bought any yarn since January. Oh wait, Susan's saying she's making a Island Dreams Afghan using an anniversary cake. First time just using a pattern. Oh, that sounds good. I have a couple of anniversary cakes that I got for really, really, really cheap. Paid like $5, believe it or not. And they were closing the store. They actually had overcharged me, and I went back to get money back, and then I got like 70%, 75% off the price that was already reduced. So it was marked for like $20. So I didn't pay $20. I paid 75% off. So that was a steal. So I have 3 different colors. So I want to know, yeah, I need to figure out what I can make with just one cake, because I don't have multiple of one, colorway. That's all. Let me show you the blanket I started using my Dollar Tree yarn. This has been on my to-do list for a while. How do I not buy yarn? I bought so much yarn in January. I bought so much yarn last year and in January that it's become a problem finding a place to put it. And it's just, you have, okay, Debbie, you could lurk and work and listen. It's a problem when you have too much and all of a sudden, it's competing for room in your closet. you know, with your clothing, and I got it under beds, and I got it in another closet. So I want to try and use what I have. I mean, the first time I went to, you know, Hobby Lobby for the clearance, I didn't go so crazy as I did this time. But I was Hobby Lobby, I was Walmart, it was AC Moore had was going out of business, so that's where I got the silver yarn. And I have yarn from 2 years ago I got on clearance. So hey Priscilla, how you doing? Thanks again for your gift. I haven't decided what to get with the gift, the Amazon gift card. You know, it's just I was thinking about buying like a Stitch dictionary. Some people were talking about them, and you know, I was thinking maybe it'd be nice to have that. I think I might buy one of those, but I don't know what else yet. You know, because they're so overpriced on yarn on Amazon. I'm not seeing good places where to buy stuff like that kind of stuff. You know, I'll figure it out eventually. I'll need something. You know. So anyway, this is the Dollar Tree yarn because I think I have a friend at church that she's expecting 2 grandbabies. One came already, both boys. And I thought this would be good for a boy. That's why I left the purple out. What do you think? Good for a boy? You think it's good for a boy? And it's already, I try to make it 36 inches long, but it's more like 40. See? But I measured it, and like, I don't know. I think it'll take me less than a week to make, if I don't keep making mistakes and having to pull it out, you know? Everybody's saying hello to each other. Debbie saying hi to Jeannie. Priscilla saying hi to Marshall. And Sarah saying she loves the colors. Yeah, well, this was the Dollar Tree yarn, which I did buy a bunch of that at one point. The only way I would buy yarn, I think, this month is if I ran out of yarn. But I'm still on the first color. Yeah, you think it's perfect for a boy? I'd still have to make another one, you know? What'd you say? I actually have one in the makes doing that pattern. Yeah, well, I've I have like saved tutorials all over the place, you know, in my YouTube, in my old YouTube and this YouTube, and I always look through it. You know, I just do a lot of searching. And then, you know, sometimes I can't make a decision what to make. So that's why I started something. And then I said, I'm not enjoying this. I'm becoming more, like my friend Debbie said, she goes, you're getting more picky, you know? Yeah, you know, I don't think it's too girly. Even it's kind of stripy, but not girly. I mean, if you want to make it girly, you just use more girly colors, you know, like more like maybe more pastel-y colors. Doesn't even have to be super pink. But I already made a couple of baby blankets for my grandbaby that's coming in June. So I better you do more crocheting now, because once that baby comes, I'm gonna be busy. I'm gonna be having a baby. You know? Yeah, that's right, Debbie. There's nothing wrong with being picky. And I have a lot of yarn, and I just keep thinking about what I have, and it's not all out where I could see it. Would be nice. I just don't have the space to have it all out, you know. What else did I start anything else? Not really. But I did go, sorry, just moving stuff around. I did go in Hobby Lobby the other day. I did look at the yarn. You never know if something, you know. I did buy over the month, I did buy things. I just didn't buy yarn. I did buy some knitting needles, but I haven't been doing much knitting. Eventually I'll have to try that again. And I did, here, I did some free shopping at Hobby Lobby. Tell me if you ever picked up any of the things like at the store with the patterns. Did you ever use the patterns that they put out at the store? I was thinking you know, inspiration, you know, crocheting with Leanne. Hi, welcome in. So tell me, did you ever, you know, I got carried away and I wasn't buying any yarn. So I collected some free patterns, you know. Oh, so Sandra says, I need a pattern tutorial to use my huge Karen anniversary cake. Got any ideas? Do you have that big? I have a big one. Yeah, I got 3 different ones that I got on clearance. I'm careful. I try not to buy anything for full price. I'm not saying I never did, but anyway. So here they had, if you don't have Hobby Lobby, I got a whole bunch of these. I mean, you never know. Maybe I'll try one of these days. I usually have a knit and a crochet pattern in there. You know, this one has, I think this one has a knit and a crochet cowl. You know, see? Oh, look at that. Sarah said she used one anniversary cake to make a laundry basket. And Susan just ordered bag o' days. Oh, big stick of all her patterns. Wow, that's amazing. You know, anyway, this look cute. Like hats and scarves. Gotta find a place to put these things. You use some of those jewelry that they had like that, and I still have them. What do you mean? Did you have like, did they have like a thing like saying how to make something with jewelry? I think I saw that somewhere. Yeah, you never know. In case the internet ever shuts down, I'll have some patterns. You know, this one has some ponchos. Oh, so some of you were going to do Brenda's stitch to make the blanket with one anniversary cake. Oh, interesting. Yeah, well, I need to make something with one of those anniversary cakes as well. It's on my to-do list. This was headbands. They had so many of them, and like it looked like nobody was taking them. So this one had baby stuff in it. And Sandra was thinking of a cardigan with pockets and a hood, or maybe a mandala vest or something. She doesn't know. Yeah, I hear you. I've been thinking about doing one of those circular vests. I kind of like when things close more in the front, and a lot of times they just stay wide open. I was looking at tops and stuff. This was by the Sweet Rolls by Hobby Lobby. You know, like it's showing like a shawl you can make with a sweet roll. And I have a bunch of those. Oh, see, so Michelle says that she's picked up a bunch of these free pattern leaflets. So even though I went into Hobby Lobby and I didn't buy anything the other day, I did some shopping. Shop the leaflets. Michelle says she prefers the patterns on YouTube. Well, I guess I figured it wasn't a total wasted trip, you know. This one looks the same as the other one, another kind of like cow. I live in Florida. Hey, Sandy, long time no see. I think it's been so hard for me to get to people's lives in the last week or two because I've been babysitting nonstop. Hi, Danine. How you doing? She says she's working on her 79th and 80th pocket shawl. Oh, that's amazing. So what do you do with them? You gift them or you sell them or both? Hey, David, good to see you. How are you? I see you're doing well. I've been hearing about you on Dana. Dana, I was in Dana's live this morning, and I heard you're doing well. So this is another baby, you know, like a lovey. Like I'm not going to make the lovey. I just make the little. I bought a bunch of stuffed animals. Yeah, life does happen, especially when the other grandma's son had COVID, so I had to babysit for 2 weeks straight. So I'm like free in the morning, but then I need to go do my errands before I pick up the baby. Yes, Dana and Joe are really good to their family, their YouTube family. They're good to me too. He has like a little baby thing, and I've seen tutorials on something like that. You know, I'm trying to learn to read more patterns, and maybe I'll try knitting again. This is some rug thing. like a rug. See? Anyway, maybe one day, one more. There's a hat and a towels. They're really pretty and colorful. And Michael's had a ton too when I went there. I didn't take any though the last time I was there. And I didn't even buy yarn in Michael's the last time I was there, and they had yarn for $1. You know? So yeah, let me show you all what I'm making again, since some people came in late. So this is what I just started the other day. I don't think it was yesterday. I'm confused already. I started this the night before last. I guess it was Saturday night. Yeah, Saturday night. And I'm using the Dollar Tree yarn. It's that wave length stitch. So it's hard to tell. That's looking a little, this is a dark green. And then there's like a gold and an orange and a blue and just a cream color in between. So, you know, to highlight it. Yeah. So have you made this? Somebody said they were making one. Have you made this stitch before? It's not too hard. It's just easy to accidentally, if you're not careful. I think I had to frog it a little the other day. And today I had a little trouble too. You know, you start to go a little too fast. What's that? You were appalled to find that I have the last skein of pastel blue in what? Pound of Love in Wilmington. That might have discontinued. Oh, okay. Okay, at least you can order it online. Yeah, I mean, I figured hi Nancy, how you doing? Hi Jane, thanks for coming by. Yeah, so I started this, and you know, it's going to be for a baby boy, and that's all. And it's coming along nicely. Hopefully it's going to be a lot of ends. It could be a scarf at this point. I made a mosaic scarf for my son once, but like all in gray and black. But it's not a scarf. But I mean, if you could make a scarf too. I've seen this stitch as a top, you know, that's really nice looking. I've seen people post it. So there's a pattern out there somewhere. There's like a top and it goes this way instead, and with straps. I don't know. That would be cool to make too, you know. And this is kind of a fun stitch to make. It's not too difficult. You all could do it, believe me. And I did show I'm dropping stuff. I did show the shawl that I made. I showed it earlier. Yeah, I guess, you know, I guess you could make a rectangle and make a hat out of it too, I guess. So you could have a matching hat. So Nancy's from, oh, I'm going to butcher this, sorry. I can't. Wasanga Beach, Ontario, Canada. I've never been to Canada. I've never been out of the States. This is the Kristen Amdahl, I think it's freaking out like Sadie. It's called Sadie. But the pattern was $2. And she's got a 3-part tutorial. So I was trying to do it without the tutorial, but I wasn't sure if I was having a little trouble. It kind of gathers at the top. But the other yarn I was trying to make it with was not working up nicely. I think it was my yarn choice. So anyway, yep, David likes traveling abroad. I just like traveling to visit my family, you know. I'm from New York, and I've been here in Florida for 6 years. About, well, give or take. Drop something. So thank you, Nancy. That's the show and tell. Wait, I'm getting notifications. They're getting in the way of my chat. I've made a lot of shawls in the past. Yeah, that is this, Sandy, that is the shawl that I showed in Ursula's live, but I didn't show it on my live or my video, so thank you, Jane. Yeah, I just had that yarn. It's kind of like when you know you have certain yarn in your stash And then you see something and then all of a sudden you say, ooh, that yarn would work up nice maybe. I mean, I try to use this fuzzy alpaca yarn, you know, that looks pretty, but I didn't like how it was working up in that. So I decided I put it away. I don't do that too often, actually, you know. I don't do that too often. Put stuff down. I don't know. And then I was using this yarn. This is kind of thin. You like thin yarn or you like thick yarn? This is from Hobby Lobby. It's called Hint of Glam. And I started to make a shawl and decided I didn't like to do the shawl because it was so thin. And then I started a little top thing. I'll put down the, I don't know. I'm not sure I want to make it. Whoops. And I was joining as you go, like this side. So this was like, it had to fit around your waist or your bust. So I've made a couple of sweaters and tops. Okay. Oh, yeah. So David's talking about traveling. What's he saying? He said, I love Europe and I love Canada and I never been to south of the border. So what do you mean by south of the border? Anyway, yeah, well, I guess I started having a family really young, you know? I have no granddaughters. I only have I have one grandson and one grandson on the way. Susan. Yes. So Jane says, I love when it happens that the perfect yarn is waiting for you. You know, I got plenty more yarn where that came from. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to try. Yeah, I can't take the credit for this design, David. It's from Kristen Amdahl. It's called Sadie, and there's a tutorial for it. And I'm going to link it down below later. You know, which yarn do you want to see again, Jane? The blue one or the silver one? This one? I have another color of this one too. You know, like I was having a little trouble with her pattern, but I figured she's Kristen Amdahl, so it's got to work out somehow. So I just kept plugging away, you know. And Marcel's saying, I just bought the spring issue of Crochet Foundry magazine and everything in it is gorgeous. And if I bought by today, you can get an extra 6 patterns if you use a code. Oh, cool. Yeah, I don't file this. Yeah, actually, I'll tell you what it is. This is 49% cotton and 48% bamboo viscose and 3% Lorex. You know, so originally before the before they put it on clearance, it was $5.49 each, and I only paid $1.37. I'm a bit of a bargain hunter. It's kind of hard to resist temptation, you know, to buy yarn for like $1 or really cheap. You know, like 75% off is pretty good. So Susan wants to know why I moved to Florida. Yeah, I've probably told you that in other videos, but I'll tell you. Basically, we have 3 sons. So my eldest son got married a while ago. He's married a long time, like 12 years already. And they said, well, we'd like to have children, but, you know, we need help. So somehow they convinced my husband to get us to move down here to Florida from New York, you know? Yeah, I know, but sometimes there's just so much cheap yarn, you just have to like let somebody else have it. That's how I feel at this point, you know? And I got plenty of yarn. I could just keep making shawls and blankets for a while. Maybe for a year. I might cave when Hobby Lobby has their clearance again, you know? I mean, recently I got that crazy Christmas yarn on sale from Walmart for like 64 cents. There's a video. And I went to a few stores. So we'll see. Like, I don't know if I need all that Christmas yarn. I might have to do something with that. Oh, okay. So Sarah's saying she's clearing out by doing his giveaways. Yeah, I gotta go through my yarn and decide what I want to give away. You can't wait for Hobby Lobby clearance, Sandy. They opened a brand new Hobby Lobby really close to my house. So it's crazy, you know. Like they opened and like they weren't even open a month and they had clearance. So David's saying, I can't tell you how many times I've had to tell myself this is not the last bargain scheme I will ever see. Yeah, I could picture it too. And what's Jane saying? She's saying, I totally would get some as well. First, because it's beautiful. Second, because of the price. Yeah, so that's kind of what it is. I mean, there was, then my Michael's was closing and moving. Oh, wow, Sandy can walk to hers. I can't walk to mine, it's too far. I mean, that's one thing I miss in New York is like walking to the stores, like, they had buses if you didn't want to move your car. Because I lived by a big city park, had a beautiful view, and, sometimes I didn't want to move my car because there was just too many people at the park, and so I would like take a walk around the corner, you know. But they didn't have a lot of yarn stores where I used to live, and I wasn't into yarn then. When I lived in New York, I wasn't crocheting, I did learn when I was younger. So anyway, so my son got married, and that's how we ended up here. And then we waited like another 2 years before they even got into, pregnant. And then, so now my grandson's going to be 4 in October, but his little brother's due he's due in June. So Sandy's saying we made it up to 66 in Chicago today. Oh, wow, that sounds warm. Today was a little cool here. I think it was like 70. So that's cool for us. But it's like pretty hot here all year round. I'm really south. I'm a hop, skip, and a jump away from Miami. I'm on the East Coast, but I'm not too close to the coast. So, I'm not like really near the water. It's a good 30, 40 minutes away. So it's not like I'm running to the beach. But we do have a pool. But they closed all the community parks and the pools, and you can't you can't take your kid to the park in the community, but there's other parks that are open, so we managed to take the grandbaby there. So I guess you must have been happy not to have to be in the freezing cold. It gets old after a while, but we do like a change of weather, So I don't know what else I have to show you. So, oh, you used to be in what, Hollywood, Florida? Which isn't far from me at all. That's like east of me. I'm very west off Hollywood Boulevard in Florida. Oh, so you have a friend who's a snowbird and she's in Naples. Okay. I haven't been to Naples. My sister-in-law lives on the West Coast. She lives in Clearwater. So we went there once. I think it was just once. Yeah. We went there and it wasn't bad. But we had to live near our son, so we couldn't just go pick out a city. Yeah, Pembroke Pines. We didn't just go pick out a city. We picked out a place near our son. It's more about being near family. I don't like being away from my other children. And now my youngest son just got married, Oh, so David went to school in University of Miami for a while. Cool. Yeah, well, I went to school in Brooklyn. One of my sons, he's a teacher now in Brooklyn. My other son, they've been working from home. So eventually, my son says the schools are going to be opening again at the end of the month. So he's supposedly going back to the building, getting out of the apartment. At least I told him you missed the whole winter, basically, and you didn't have to travel. Because he doesn't have a car. He just takes the bus normally to work. He'd get up extra early just to get on the bus without all the students, because the students ride the same city bus. That's all. So I think everybody's seen what I made. So, anybody have anything that they just made that they want to show me? Oh, so you live quite near the library, Graham. Oh, so you've lived in Brooklyn too? Well, I grew up not far from Brooklyn College, if you know where that is, David. So like Flatbush Avenue, which Grand Army Plaza is on Flatbush Avenue, but near Avenue K. But I lived all over Brooklyn. I mean, over the years we moved, you know, one apartment to another apartment, then to a house and a different house, you know. Yeah. So yeah, I don't think I've ever actually gone into maybe once went into the Grand Army Plaza, that big library. Yeah, it's like an impressive looking building there, you know. But I've driven past it a million times, you know. So what's she saying? What's a healthy choice? Oh, shit, didn't go to the spring. Yeah, I never went on those things, those vacations. I didn't live like I got married really young. Okay, so you've been to Brooklyn College, and that's a good music school there. Yeah, two of my sons. Oh yeah, Debbie's from Brooklyn too. Debbie and I. We know we just met on the YouTube, but we know we have mutual friends or acquaintances that we know the same people. Some of the same people lived in the same neighborhood, lived a block away from each other, and didn't even know it. So it's a small world, isn't it? As big a city as Brooklyn is, and it's a big city. That is funny that I met you and you lived down the next block and I didn't know it. You know, that was a long time ago too, when our kids were little. So let me see. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm not familiar with Yonkers. My brother lives upstate New York. Let's see. I don't know. Anybody want to come up and chat? I need water. These lights are hot, 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 hot. So almost done with my coffee. It's getting cold. Yeah, I know where Yonkers is, sort of. My brother lives upstate, and my daughter-in-law is from the Bronx. Oh, David wants to come hang out with me. Okay, go for it. If you'll spread my link liberally. Oh, okay. Well, I'll ask somebody put up David's link, please. I have I have some mods in the I'm sure I have some mods in the chat. So feel free. If you're a moderator, you can post your link. And then anybody that has, you know, content, they can put CC, the content creator, and somebody will, yeah, sure, Sandy, you could come up and talk to me too. You haven't come up lately. Oh, I should say I would come up, but hubby is doing my son's taxes and he gets, yeah, we don't want to distract him, but that's all. So do anybody want to put the links up? You know? Oh, you're going to put the links up. Okay, maybe that's what she meant by saying I will. Debbie doesn't have a channel. She doesn't have content right now. I don't think she's going to do videos. But yeah, let me go on my phone, David, and I'll fix you up. You know, you could post your own. How about you? Oh, there I am. You know, you could post your own. Okay. Okay, David, you can post your own link. Oh, wait, here's Sarah. I didn't see you. Sorry.
Hello.
Hi, how are you? Sorry, I didn't notice. That's what happens. Like you're not really looking, and all of a sudden there's somebody there. I just want to. I want to share this. I have a group, so I want to like post this
What's
in
out
the
there?
group. So you could talk. You want to show us all something that you've been making?
Oh, my hair's an absolute mess today.
Yeah, tell me about it. I'm going to get a haircut next week.
Oh, this is my haircut.
No,
I
me.
cut off eight
I said
inches.
huh?
I said I cut off 8 inches.
Wow.
So like yeah, I got rid of it all. But this is a virus shawl I completed a couple days ago.
Oh, I like it sparkly. I've
Very
made a few of those myself. I like your
It's that
choice of yarn.
roll with it sparkle.
Oh, okay.
So it's
I
in
don't
that
think I've had
diamond
that
color.
one, but I've had similar yarns. I've had like
Oh,
Shawl in a Ball is sparkly. I used a gray one once.
I haven't had that yet,
Yeah.
but I need to get there.
Okay, 1 second. So was that the first time that you made it?
No, I've done
Okay.
this one in the pink color for the roll with it, which is Pixie, the blue color, which is Crystal. I've done the Eclipse color for my grandmother. I think there's only a couple more to go through.
Okay. Now I posted it into the group. Like I started a group, but it seems like I'm getting a lot of people that aren't YouTube followers. They just like to follow groups. Hey,
Yeah,
Veronica.
like
I
I am
guess,
on Facebook.
huh?
I said I am on Facebook, but because I'm back at work, I wasn't there today. I'm not feeling 100%, but I can't even get on Facebook anymore. I'm just so busy with trying to get my hands, getting my projects done. It's ridiculous. But
Well,
I'm busy now.
we want to crochet, I mean, I try to watch everybody's stuff, but sometimes like I follow a lot of tutorials. So like I'm looking for something to make, you know? So I'm like trying to make a decision. And, sometimes I get stuck after I'll do like one thing at a time a lot of times. And I like to finish, but doesn't mean I finish everything, you know? But I try to. Lately I've been like starting things and not finishing and then saying, I don't want to do this. Hi, Jennifer. How you
I got
doing?
about 30 projects, so I can understand that.
Yeah. So is that finished or almost finished?
This one is, I'm about 20 rows off of this one that I'm working on right now. I've got another project back here, which is one of my own patterns. So it's Hershner's Pastry Puff. So
I
I'm going to
never
make,
bought from Hershner's. So where
this
are
was
you
my first
from?
purchase. Me? Canada.
Oh, that's right.
Manitoba.
Yeah, so I guess we have different places to shop.
Oh yeah. I have no Joann's, no Hobby Lobby, no Ollie's, none of that. I
There's no
got
yarn in,
Manitoba
we don't have yarn in Aldi over here.
Ollie's.
Aldi, Aldi, Aldi. Don't mind my
Oh,
New York accent.
I'm
The
saying Ollies.
Oh,
Ollie's.
Ollie's. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, we have Ollie's, but it's too far for me.
Okay.
I really like it's over an hour and I don't want to drive that far.
I
Plus,
totally get it.
I was seeing the yarn that they had on clearance, and I have a lot of that yarn already, so I wasn't motivated to go there because I bought it on clearance at Walmart. Like what I would do is like go to Walmart a lot, and I always walk past the clearance in the yarn section. Plus, if you're in groups on Facebook, like let's say I'm in a group, it's supposed to be affiliated with Bag O' Day,
Mm-hmm.
and it's called Yarn Halls, Big and Small. Like I think it's Crystal's group. She likes to see people's yarn hauls.
Yep.
So people will post, that's how I found out about that. The clearance yarn at Walmart, that was 64 cents each. And
Oh.
yeah, so I went to a few Walmarts and I got the mistletoe, and then I got this really ruby red and then a soft white. So I think eventually I'm going to make a tree skirt.
Hey, if you got the yarn, why not?
Yeah. I mean, I could make a Christmas blanket. you know.
Yeah, that's the thing with the yarn, the ideas are like endless.
Well, you know, as we're getting better, because like I've only been really crocheting. Well, I crocheted when I was younger, at like 19. My mom taught me, and I made
Yeah.
like a baby blanket for my sister's baby, and I made a scarf for my husband who I was dating. Then he said, "Make me a sweater," and like, you know, I didn't know how to make a sweater. And I got some yarn to make the sweater, but it was so they were trying to help me by giving me cheaper yarn, and it was so splitty I couldn't work with it. So then I did crochet again. I did make hook rugs, and I basically that's all I really did. I do like my grandma taught me a little embroidery, and they had a sewing machine. So I don't have a sewing machine now. I had one at one time, but I wasn't so good with it, you know. But a lot of people they do everything like that. I mean, I'm trying to knit, but that's you know, I made a couple of things. They're not that great, but but at
Yeah,
least
that's
I
not
made
bad.
something. I made a washcloth, a headband, and I tried to make a scarf, and it turned into a cowl because it got wider and wider on one side. So it
I've done
became,
that too.
it said I'm a cowl instead. There wasn't enough there. So David says, I never once found the yarn clearance at Walmart, but the price for mainstay is good enough. Yeah, it used to be $2. But
Hi,
um,
Veronica.
plus, if you look in in their app, sometimes it's listed, but not lately. I think like you know, they have a lot of clearance and then they won't have it for several months, you know. So there's
Yeah.
like it's not far from terribly far from me. And, you know, when they start going on clearance, I start checking all three of them. But like I said, I got too much yarn now. So I'm trying to use what I have. I got to do a giveaway. I'm overdue to do a giveaway. I was like, let everybody else finish their giveaway. You know, I got to go through my stuff. Last time I gave away Scarfy and everybody got so excited. You know, I had
Some
made
people
something and
really
I
like it.
still had, and I got it at Walmart. I only paid $2 each. And I
So
made,
jealous.
and I made something with it. And I just said, you know, I already made something with this yarn. I still have some. Somebody else would appreciate it.
Yeah.
And, you know, that was good. I do have a lot of that, that comfy cotton yarn. I got some of them for $1 each a while back. And I made a
Oh,
sweater out of one. And I didn't really like how the sweater came out. I mean, I don't know. What would you make with comfy? Do you ever use comfy cotton or no? I don't have it
um,
handy. It's in a cake kind of, and I made a shawl out of a solid. I like the solid ones. I'm not in love with
I know I
the
have
one I
brown
have.
cotton. I don't
Yeah,
think I've used comfy cotton.
I think it's lime print. You
No,
know.
then definitely haven't used it.
Okay. Well, I might put it in a giveaway. Except for I don't know. I think only United States I'll be mailing. I would do some kind of gift card. You know. So I got to get my act together.
I've given a last giveaway. I had two of these big chunky cherries jubilee colors, and it's been
Hmm.
sitting on my desk for that one probably about 6 months, and I'm like, I have nothing, like no ideas, no nada. So I put it in a giveaway, gave it away, and then the next two cakes behind it have been sitting there for about a year and a half. So I said, okay, it's time to get rid of them. So that's what's in my next giveaway. Just trying to clear up a little bit so that
Yeah,
when
'cause,
my
like
next purchase comes in,
you
I
know,
have room.
that's the one thing I like about getting the clear. I mean, yeah, maybe I hoarded the yarn and I become a yarn addict on top of being a crochet addict. You know, I mean, it didn't happen overnight. In the beginning, if I had 3 or 4 skeins in the closet, I'm thinking I have so much yarn in the closet. You
Yeah,
know,
I'm
'cause I
overloaded.
remember when I made a lot of washcloths when I was learning, and we were giving them at church to the Christmas boxes or something. You know,
See,
like Operation Christmas Child, like something at church. So we were putting a washcloth in there, like, you know, something handmade. And they weren't that great looking when I first started, you know.
whose
So
is?
Jane noticed your haircut. Jane says, Sarah, you got a haircut.
Like this, originally, you would have seen it. Would have been way down here, like down here. and then
Oh,
it's all the way up here.
my hair, when I first started my channel, my hair was long. It was not as long as that, but for me, and it just gets so stringy, my hair, and the knots are like endless. Yeah. Marcel, thanks for the offer for the pattern, but I usually don't follow patterns all the time. I'm going to try to maybe follow one of those patterns I picked up at Hobby Lobby. I'm going to look at them and see if there's anything that looks easy. But I
Jane,
follow up tutorials. Huh?
Jane's trying to get in touch with me. Jane, go to my YouTube channel. My email's there. You can contact me that way.
Okay, let's see. Did I miss anything in the chat?
David's telling us about his 500 sub giveaway.
Okay, we'll go back. Well, I gave David the power to post his own link, so he can do that. He could post a link to his giveaway. Sandra says, I love Scarfy yarn a lot. I love the wool smell. I'm weird. I love colors of it too. I still have two more balls of comfy, what you call, no, I have more than that. I found some at Michael's. I got like a load of yarn, like filled up 3 bags for $5 each. And I see you got the bobbins over there, right? You got bobbins? Yeah, I found the bobbins for $5 each. But some of them I only have one. But I made a hat and a cowl set out of one.
Those ones were $8 a piece, but $8 a piece, but they were also 50% off when I got them. I did not purchase full price.
Good for you. You're a girl after my own heart.
I blame my husband, and he got, like, my husband is really, really, really thrifty. And I mean, this guy can walk into a store and come home with only, like, he only spends $20, and he will come home with two grocery bags full. How he does it, I don't know.
You gotta buy something that you want, you know what I mean, that you're really gonna eat.
He does all the time. So it's just like, he taught me how to be thrifty, and then I got better at being thrifty than him. So now he's kind of like trying to catch up.
Oh, you guys are competing.
Always.
Yeah, well, like, I don't know. I have a lot of yarn that I bought even 2 years ago. So that's why I'm saying I need to stop. It's becoming a problem trying to store the yarn. You know,
Oh, yeah.
I don't have the space. Like the bedrooms in my house, they're not that big. This is one of the extra bedrooms, like not the master bedroom. So it's full of stuff. So, and I got to work on my organization anyway. So bringing in more is going to make it more difficult. Just want to make stuff. It's more important to me making things than, you know, you could get carried away like buying stuff. You know?
Yeah, or making stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Did you post my Facebook group, Veronica? Can you do me? I can't tell. I see one says your Facebook group. Do me a favor, post my Facebook group.
She did.
Okay. I can't tell from this
She posted 2.
StreamYard, it's hard to tell. I know, I could tell. I could tell one was her Facebook group. Let's see. So yeah, so David, I told you could post your video for your giveaway. He did. Okay. All right. Let's see. Anyway. So what else do you like to make besides shawls, like me? Did you ever make the Virus Meets Granny? It's in my car. I can't show it to you. Have you?
No, I didn't get to try that one, but I did make this one a while back.
Is that a fiber spider one or a bagel day?
Bagel day.
Okay. I did do one. I think I've done one bagel day shawl, but it's a rectangular one. I had bought yarn at the Dollar Tree that it was kind of like a roving yarn. It didn't come out bad. I followed a lot of her tutorials. I like fiber spiders. Whatever I could follow, I do. I should make a list of all the people. But usually if I show something, I'll post, you know, down below, like what I'm following.
Oh yeah, this is something a while back.
Yeah. I don't know.
This
isn't coming out bad.
No, I like those colors. I really do. I actually really like that orange and blue together.
Yeah. Well, I had some purple too, but I just thought like,
For
I
boys.
guess I wanted it more boyish, you know, and I think it's different.
Oh,
We'll see.
definitely.
I still have to make another one, you know.
Oh yeah. Here's the virus shawl in the amethyst color.
It's hard to see it through the plastic, but that sounds
Here,
pretty.
I'll pull it out. Don't worry.
I like that it's sparkly. Shawl and a ball looks very similar. You know, not exactly the same, but similar. Yeah, nice and drapey too. Like a number
Yeah.
3 yarn. That's a
No,
number
it's
3. What?
a
It's
medium
a
four.
4. It's a light 4.
Medium.
Oh, medium. Okay, because sometimes I've used the Red Hot Ombre, which is thinner than regular Red Hot, really, and it came out pretty heavy. I did that pineapple shawl. Did you ever see the one that Fiber Spider has?
No, I haven't gotten there yet.
Okay, well, you should put on your list. And then they have the oh, okay, it is a 4. And
Yeah.
then I made the diamond lace shawl that came out really nice a while back. Oh
See, when I
yes, David's a
pattern, I
fan of
never
Fiber
certify.
Spider too. Huh?
I
Go
said
ahead.
when I get into a real pattern like the virus shawl, like I make 5 or 6 or whatever and get used to the pattern and get my hand used to the stitches so that I'll never forget it. And then when I need the pattern again, I can just pull it out of my brain, which is kind of nice.
That's nice.
If I can get away with it some days, but yeah. So I make multiples and then I have, I
Are
think,
you selling them?
oh yeah, all of them are for sale.
So where do you sell your stuff?
I just tell people to email me, contact me, and I usually end up giving a fair price. It's just depending on shipping, and
Okay.
shipping to the States right now is about $23.
Wow.
And that
So
was just for,
what's a fair price? Because I have an Etsy shop. I've sold like a couple of things on there.
see, this virus shawl takes me a few days.
Right.
Usually it does. So I counter in my time and I put these virus shawls up for $70 because my
Wow.
time is included. The yarn is, I bought them all at $5 a piece, so I include that as well. But yeah, $70 for these, and then it would be an additional $20 probably for shipping, depending on where it's going, right?
You got to
But yeah,
pick the right yarn. That's all. People will buy it.
people love shine.
Yeah, most people. I I've sold a couple of the shiny kind of things. I think. Yeah, I have a lot of shawls. I put some on my shop for cheaper than that, just because I have, after a while, you start collecting finished things, you
Oh
know?
yeah,
So I have sold things to people in my area. Some in Florida, and it's very hot here. So it's not like I could make winter stuff really and sell it, although I have. I did sell
yeah.
some hats. Anyway, let's see what everybody's saying. Oh, yes. Veronica's doing a giveaway too, and she's putting her link. Oh, so James recommends Facebook Marketplace.
Yep, I'm on there.
Oh, you're on there? I haven't tried it yet. I'm
I'm
gonna
on
have to try
Facebook
it.
Marketplace, and at Christmas time, out of that and Kijiji, I sold 95% on Facebook Marketplace.
Sounds like you're doing good.
So, well,
So
it's
how,
slowed down. It's not Christmas anymore. We're not in lockdown, so.
oh, yeah. Yeah, my son just said his school's opening again soon, the one that he works at.
Oh wow.
He's been working from his apartment teaching high school kids math.
Yeah, you know what? It's weird working from home. It really is. I get up, I don't leave the house, I throw on my PJs, and I go to work.
Yeah, well, my daughter-in-law is working from home also, the one that lives here, and she's expecting. So I guess, they're concerned because she has a child and that he goes to school. So, like this whole thing in the beginning was your kids can have it and not know it and be asymptomatic, So like they decided she could work from home, and she said she could get so much more work done at home. you
Yeah.
know, of course the baby's not there. So
Less distraction, less, people trying to talk to you or question you or any of that. Like, if I hadn't
but
been
she
laid
does,
off, people would come to me every day. It was ridiculous.
yeah, well, she said that, you know, like she has to clean the area. She can't have a mess in the background
Yeah.
because they do a lot of Zoom meetings to communicate with each other. So they don't want, because they had a bad experience. I guess somebody's husband walked by and undressed, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You know. And my other son's been working with his wife, his new wife. They work in the same building normally, but two different companies, and they're working out in the same room. She's an accountant, and he does payroll for his company. So he's happy. He doesn't want to go back to work in the city. He doesn't want to get on the subway in New York, you know?
You know what? I found that I'm always on time. I'm never late because guess what? I don't have to travel anywhere. I don't have to get
Right.
stuck in traffic. I don't have to, oh, there's an accident. I don't have a cell phone. So I can't call and say, hey, I'm going to be late for work. They just go, oh, you're late. I'm like,
Are you
now
old school? You're trying to save money
I'm
without
just
having
hopeful.
your
You
old.
know what? I had my license when I was 16 and it
I'm
just
talking about,
never got my full license. Like I had the beginner's part of it, but never got the full
oh, I'm not
license.
talking about the car. I thought you said you didn't have a cell phone.
Oh yeah, I don't have a cell phone.
So that's like different. My husband has a cell phone, but he leaves it off and in the glove compartment. I can never call him. He
Oh,
only takes it out if he needs to.
see, my problem was is that I was paying for a cell phone every month.
I
I
know
used
it's
it 5 times a year. I got
what?
rid of it. I used it 5 times a year. Like
Okay.
there was
Well,
no
I
point
need a
in using
phone. I'm
it.
always using it. Well, plus
Well,
I got all these kids, you know, like I got grandkids. They need to reach me. I need to reach them. I
right.
don't use the
But
house phone. My husband uses the house phone for his business. And the only time I answer the house phone is if one of my kids are calling on the house phone or somebody I recognize the number.
yeah,
Otherwise, I let it go to voicemail. I don't talk to his clients, you know?
my father-in-law does the same thing. He doesn't recognize the phone number, in which it's happened to me. So when I was at work, I called him from work, and I just said, I know it's going to go to voicemail because he hasn't seen the number in almost a year. And then get to the voicemail, and I'm like, Dad, come on, pick up. It's me. He picks up the phone.
David says he loved working from home. And Sarah's asking where you live, and she lives in Canada, but I don't
Okay,
remember the city.
Minnesota.
So I can't say it correctly, you know. So Veronica's making more stitch markers. I bought stuff to make stitch markers, and I made some, but I don't know. I rather crochet. Maybe eventually I'll make some more for some
Oh, I
giveaway.
was gonna, sorry, just popped in my head. I was gonna say when you said Ontario before, it was Wasaga.
Oh, no idea. I don't
It,
remember
no
now.
worries.
It fell down in the chat, kind of like got away from me, you know.
Yeah, it was Wasaga Beach, Ontario.
Oh, right. I saw something beach. I couldn't pronounce the Wasaga part,
That's
you
okay.
know. Listen,
That's they have a place in British Columbia, and it's called Chilliwack.
yeah, I don't think I could say that either.
It's spelled chili whack.
What?
It's spelled like chili and then whack.
Oh, chili whack. Okay, then I could say it.
Pretty easy. Yeah,
Oh, so so you're working now and you're not leaving the house still?
pretty much. Like I do all my grocery shopping out. Like I'll go out to get fresh air and stuff. So I will go do my grocery shopping, which is like 5 minutes from my house.
Mm.
So it's not far. I run there, get it all done, and I have like 3 stores in a row that I can just hit up, get everything I need, get back home, and then I don't leave until I have to go again.
A lot of people are like that, don't want to go to stores or ordering even from Walmart. They took away a lot of parking. And I see them every day coming out with wagons of stuff. So there's a lot of people that are taking advantage, like my daughter-in-law.
Oh
She's
yeah.
working all week, so she doesn't want to go to the store. So she orders online and they deliver. I don't know what she pays, but it's not a lot. I mean, I'm sure
Well,
my son still goes to the store,
oh yeah. Because
but
like
he
I
works
need to get
crazy
my walking.
hours. Huh?
I need to get my walking in. I seriously go from my bed, come in here, sit down in my chair, go to the kitchen, sit in there, and that's where I sit all day. And then I come back here and sit. So it's just like I don't get my walking, so I'll go for my grocery walk.
Okay. Yeah, well, I did go out. I try to get out almost every day. Like, but I was babysitting last. I babysit my grandson, and we pick him up from daycare around 4 o'clock. But usually 3 days a week. But then the other grandma's son had COVID, so I had to do it every day the last like 2 weeks. Except for that first Monday, he wasn't sick till Tuesday. So we had like a marathon, baby marathon, and we're expecting another one. So I got to
That's
get ready.
awesome.
It is
Did you
awesome,
check
but
out the soother holder pattern on my channel?
what was that?
I have a soother holder pattern. So it just
A what
allows
pattern?
soother holder.
A, a soother holder.
Yeah.
What is that?
So try give me 1 second. I actually have one.
Is it like a ball or something?
No, it's just like a little strap with two loops on the end. So one ties to the soother, the other ties to the kid. So if the kid throws the soother, you don't lose the soother.
Oh, he's bigger now. I don't, well, I'm getting a new baby soon. You mean a
For the new one
pacifier
is what I'm
holder?
talking about.
A pacifier holder. He only
Yeah.
gets his passy at night. He's going to be 4 soon. He should be not using the passy.
Well, I mean for babies, like
Well, yeah, well, he's a big baby. He's a talking, walking baby, you
this.
know?
So it's just like
Oh, okay. Cute. So what do you tie? How does it stay on? With a button?
give me a second, grabbing a pair of scissors just so I can have a little loop,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because that's the loop for the pacifier.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see what you mean.
Put it
Right.
through.
And then you
Come
tie it
on.
to something.
Then it's tied to the pacifier.
You
Sorry.
got any kids, Sarah?
No, I don't. And
Okay.
then this attaches like if you had like a little plastic safety pin or whatever, you could tie it to the kid, his clothing, or if it's small enough, just put it around the wrist.
Okay. Interesting.
A girlfriend of mine, it's her pattern, and she
Okay.
gave me permissions to do it. So,
What, so what do you mean you did a tutorial?
absolutely. For people, like there's so many kids out there that throw their pacifiers, and all I hear is parents talking about how many pacifiers they've lost. So she
Yeah,
came up with this
well, you could
and
be
said,
somewhere and not have any way of cleaning it.
yeah. And then
Usually it's
just
like I'm running it, wash, but he hasn't, thank God he hasn't been using it during the day at all. He used to use it at daycare, like especially at nap time, but I didn't.
But
I
yeah, it's
had
just
a
a good
really
way.
had to give him. He had a meltdown the other day because he didn't have his nap and he came over last night and then he woke up. He fell asleep and he woke up really cranky. I was like,
Uh,
"Get home already! Your kid's like hysterical." I found an old passy and it was like for a smaller baby, but he liked it and he was happy. He calmed right down.
whatever calms the situation.
I know. We're still trying to get the potty thing done. So what is Jane saying? I don't go to the stores due to my immune system. It has been 3 years, but after COVID, delivery sucks. Yeah. When I was younger and I had little kids, I used to order in and get things delivered to the house because I didn't have a car. And one time I had this delivery guy come and my husband was into having like back in New York, you would have egg cream. So he had bought this glass jar full of chocolate syrup. It was like, it came in a glass jar. He
Okay.
dropped the glass jar it wasn't my house either. I was a tenant on the porch and chocolate syrup all over the place. I don't remember how we cleaned that up.
Lots of paper towel.
I just don't remember. It was like my son's 38, and so he was like a toddler. But
Okay,
I
so you
remember,
don't think you
you
remember
remember
any?
some things, like just some things are memorable. Yeah.
Oh yes,
So Susan once saying, Sarah, do you live near Cartina or Car
Katrina.
Katrina? Kartina. Is that like a city or a person?
Katrina Crochet World. She was on earlier. She's a
Oh, okay.
YouTuber. I'm
Right.
just not sure where she lives.
Oh, me either. Oh, so what did Jane say? 98 a year is all you pay for unlimited delivery? I don't know.
Oh Jesus,
I'm not sure.
that's easy.
Well, I like going out. I'm fine. I mean, you take, listen, my sister wasn't going out. What happened was my sister's son, he's like in his early 30s. He's like highly functioning autistic. And so he stays home. He can't work. It's whatever. We won't go there. But he wanted a friend, wanted a friend, wanted a friend. So I guess his friend came over, and I think my sister had to drive him home or something. And so I guess he was older too. He's not like they're not like little kids, but they're kind of mentally like little kids. So the kid was sneezing and stuff, and he said, "Oh, it's allergies," and it wasn't allergies. And they all got sick with the COVID. First, my nephew. This is in Texas. They live in Texas. So first, my nephew had it, and he was pretty sick. And then my sister caught it, and she had the bad cough. And my brother-in-law got it, and they're older than me.
Wow.
So she's 6 years older than I am. So my brother-in-law got so sick, and he had stomach issues also, and he lost 24 pounds. And I think they were sick for like from the time my nephew caught it till they all started to get better. It was like a month. They were very sick. And then they went through the deep freeze. That's where they like the power outages and the bad storm. Like they've had snow on occasion, but they never had it. Like they don't have their houses aren't really built for they're not really built for whatchamacallit.
You guys aren't prepared for full-out winter?
Even Florida, I mean, I have heat and I have central air, and then it has some kind of heat built in, you know.
Yeah.
But we had some flooding last year, but thank God it didn't get in the house. We had like a lot of bad rain, and it was the first time they said all the streets. We have these fake lakes. My neighborhood's called Silver Lakes, and so all these man-made lakes, and it's supposed to be for the rain because it rains really hard here. So all the lakes were overfull, so all the streets were flooded. But it came up to partly up my driveway. I went to get something out of my trunk, and I had boots on. All the water just came in. It was up to like my ankle, like way past my ankles.
I would have walked out barefoot.
Yeah. Well, we put the garbage out the night before, and it was down the block. When we got up in the morning, my husband had to go retrieve it. There's still water in the little wheels. I could hear it slushing, slushing. Because I didn't expect for like to get all that rain and that the garbage cans would be up the block. Thank God it just stayed there and it was like laying on its side.
We had a few years ago, we had a really bad snowstorm, and basically it was like a wet snow. So instead of it just falling and it just kept coming and coming and coming, our trees had this much just on a branch.
And it gets heavy
It
when
broke.
it gets wet.
It broke multiple trees to the
Wow.
point where how our roads and everything are today, nothing hits it. Trees were actually hitting the sides of buses because they were so weighted down. I got home from work, and me being me, I was like, ooh, I'm a kid in snow. I had my winter boots on, had my big winter jacket on, pulled the hood over, started pulling all the snow off the trees. I was soaked by the time I got in. It was so fun.
So David says he remembers cold winter seasons in Florida. Like we've had a few weekends that it was like 55 or like we had one day like this winter that was like 40 in the morning, but then it's like 75 by the afternoon, you know? But I'm from New York, so I've dealt with snow and ice and slush and falling on my butt. And there's like have a blizzard and there's nowhere to put the snow. We have this little tiny garden, and like, where do you put it? And then the plow comes, and if you're parked on the wrong side of the street, somewhere I have a video on my Facebook that all the ice, like on my car, I had to move the car before the plow came. That's what I was saying. So I don't miss that, you know. I do miss the pizza.
Yeah.
Pizza. I miss being able to walk to the stores, all the mom and pop type stores that they have there. You know, I miss my kids, you know, the two that are still in New York. Maybe they can visit me next summer, hopefully.
Demand that they do.
I know. I actually went there for my son's 30th birthday, not last November, the November before. I'm glad I went. Because I didn't get up there. I wasn't up there for the wedding.
You said you got to see
I got
it.
married on Zoom, huh?
You got to see it though, right?
Yeah, I got to see it, but for some reason it was upside down on my computer. Like some of the wind, and well, I don't know. It was, I think it was my husband's computer, because I called my other son who lives nearby, like, you know, like he's a couple of miles away, and his was fine. But what happened was they're working on making a YouTube video and editing it. My son has a channel, one of my sons.
Okay.
But it's did you ever hear of Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yeah, I know what Yu-Gi-Oh is.
It's a card game.
Yep.
It's a Yu-Gi-Oh channel. He has a Yu-Gi-Oh channel.
My husband plays Magic the Gathering.
Oh, okay. I don't know about that one, but he likes his Yu-Gi-Oh. When they were
It's
younger,
kind of
they
the
used
same
to.
thing as Yu-Gi-Oh, just
Huh?
a little bit more. It's almost the same thing as Yu-Gi-Oh, but it's more in depth.
Really?
Way
So
more in depth.
Yu-Gi-Oh's pretty in depth too.
This has been out way before Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh, okay.
90s is when it came out.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
my kids were born in the 80s.
So was I.
Oh, okay.
That's why I said your one son's only 3 years older than I am.
Yeah, well, one's 31, one's 35, and the oldest one's 38.
Oh, okay. Then I match your middle one.
Oh, okay. So he's the single one. You got a friend? Huh, just kidding. He's not going to Canada. Not you. Not you. I said a friend. I thought you said you had a husband.
Oh, yeah, he's sleeping. We've been together for so many years. We just call each other husband and wife.
Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
I have a husband.
Well,
he's got a channel too, but he does like a business and he uses his channel.
Okay. We were on and on for like 3 years when we were young, and then we like went our own ways, grew up a little bit, and then we've been back together for another 11 years. So
David's telling us he was born in 1962. That's nice, David. I made the 50s. I just made the 50s. You know? Yes, he's reminiscing about the mountains and the snow, buried parked cars. Tell me, I lived it. So he's lived in a lot of places. You know?
I've lived in
my husband has a cousin that she had she was divorced, but she had her live in Canada, but I don't remember where. And there was a bad mudslide, and her ex-husband and her kids were killed in the mudslide. Did you remember any stories about mudslides maybe like 10 years ago?
The only thing I could
by a big lake.
is probably closer to British Columbia.
Maybe. I have no idea. It was like they were visiting their father. They were like over 20, two girls, and the mudslide came. It was just awful. I mean, we really never met them or anything. He didn't like hang out with his cousin.
Yeah.
You know.
I met my one cousin out in she's from Squamish, BC. So very, very small town. Mm-hmm. But I really haven't left Manitoba much.
I got cousins all over the country, not Canada. But yeah. I don't know. I think it was I think the story was it was some kind of man-made lake, And then the area had an excessive amount of rain, and then it just was like the mud just took out several houses. They were in the house.
Sounds familiar, but I can't place it. Could have been when I was younger.
Yeah, I've heard David saying that he's heard of mudslides in California. Yeah, I've heard of mudslides in California. So,
Yeah, in California.
Sandy was born in the 70s. Yeah, you were in diapers and I was in high school. Oh,
I'm a child, I know.
no, not you. I'm talking about Sandy. Hey, Sandrine, how you doing? Oh, I did post my live up in my group. Not that I don't know. I don't think nobody liked it, so I don't know if anyone noticed it. Maybe they'll watch the replay, you know?
I haven't been on YouTube pretty much until this afternoon, so.
Yeah.
It's been a rough day today.
I can't seem to come up with a schedule because I'm always so busy, you know?
Well, and that's the thing is like everybody's like, "Oh, you need to get up and do lives." I'm like, if you knew my schedule, it's kind of hard sometimes. And then I want to try and support every other content creator, and you run out of time.
Well, you could do a live when you get some free time, you know? Like that's what I'm doing.
The thing is that it's during the day that I have the lives, but that's when my husband's awake. So that's the only time that I spend with my husband.
No, I'm not saying you should do it when your husband's there. I'm saying if you get some free time.
That is my free time.
Okay. I get it. Well, maybe not right now.
I'm hoping soon.
Maybe another. I'm going to be even more busy soon. I'll be taking care of a little one. I mean, once they go back to work, because my son's taking leave, she's going to have at least a month because she's having a C-section. So.
Wow, yeah.
And you know, and then we'll be taking care of 2 kids instead of 1. But not full time, you know what I mean? But maybe I'll be having the baby during the day. I might have to go to their house in the beginning until he's big enough for me to bring him back to my house, and then picking up the other one from school. We'll figure it out as we go. I don't know how I took care of 3 kids. You know, I keep reminding them I didn't have any help.
And they keep wondering how you did it.
I know, but I didn't work. I was a stay-at-home mom.
Right, but also the situations from back at those years are now different to what's now.
But even if I needed to work, my mother wasn't able because she was older and not well, and his mother worked, you know?
Oh, wow. Yep.
Yeah.
My
my mother was in her 40s when she had me. Huh?
I said, my mom's now out in BC. My dad, I couldn't even tell you where he is. So if they actually get to see, if like we have grandkids, they'll never see them ever, which is going to be sad, but that's probably how it's going to happen.
Well, there's always Zoom.
Nope.
No? Okay.
No. My mom, I've disowned her and I've disowned my father, so they will never see our kids.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's sad, but I don't know the situation. It just sounds sad.
It's bad. Bad enough, but that's where I'll draw the line.
Yeah. Anyway. Here, well, I don't know if any new people came in. This is what everybody's been talking about the challenge yourself. So it's just basically I want to do what's on my bucket list. I don't want to do a 1-year long project. I the biggest project I did was that mosaic blanket.
Oh, yeah.
It took me like 6 weeks, but I did take a break and made a baby blanket in between that I needed.
Wow.
As a gift for somebody. It's on my couch. Don't really get under it because it's hot here, but it's heavy. It's really heavy because it's all like single crochet and double crochet. So basically it's dense. It's like this too. It reminds me of that because I'm changing the yarn I'm getting a lot of ends. See, I'm going to have to sew that in.
Oh, yeah.
Then maybe I'll have to do some kind of border on it. Maybe just the cream color, I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see.
Or you can do black, actually.
No, it's not black. That's green.
Oh.
We'll see if I have enough. It's dark green. like it,
Yeah.
like an ever. It's Dollar Tree yarn. See?
Hey, I have no qualms with Dollar Tree yarn. They have good stuff.
There it is. Does it look
Oh,
green?
I like green.
See, I'm still working with the first set of, I got, the first one. I haven't run out of one ball yet.
And yes, Susan, I am a big child. I get it.
Yeah. It's pretty soft, actually.
I wish I could try that stuff. Like, we don't have that here. We have fuzzy stuff at our Dollar Tree.
Fuzzy? Oh, you have a Dollar Tree, or is it called something else?
No, we actually have Dollar Trees here. Just we have different yarns.
Oh, okay.
Let me grab it. Nope.
Indigestion. Sarah's a big kid, Susan.
Oh, I totally am.
You are?
Oh, I totally am. I'm a huge kid. See what it
Oh,
was?
okay. But is it soft? You like it?
I made an entire blanket out of this stuff. It's so soft.
Well, how many of those did you use?
Too many.
You didn't count?
No, because I think on every payday I'd go buy 20 or 30 of them and I'd clear out pretty much the store of whatever colors they had.
Like
And they only
mixed colors? I see you got like a gray and is that like lilac?
Yeah.
So was it just those two colors?
Nope, they had like a green, a blue, and what's the other one? Peach. I grabbed the blanket, but my husband's sleeping with it right now.
Okay, leave them alone.
But like this is just so soft. I didn't care how much money I spent on it. It was just one big granny square blanket that covers our entire bed, like huge.
Yeah, I could see if I lived in a colder climate, I would make more big blankets, but I just make more or less baby blankets or shawls, or I've made hats and cowls and scarves. I made a lot of things.
Yeah.
I just have that one. And I just made a big blanket for my grandson. That's going to be for when he gets his big boy bed. So it's almost twin size.
Oh yeah, I just made a twin size.
I made that modern granny or that box stitch granny.
Oh, okay. And my first twin size blanket, I actually just learned how to do the corner to corner. So I did it out of 2 of those anniversary cakes.
Oh, so how big did it come out? Did it come out big?
Oh, it's huge. It's huge.
So
Send you a picture.
The one ball made a huge blanket?
2.
Are you? I have 3, but they're all different colors.
Well, if you can mix and match.
I would weigh it, you know what I mean? So that I would know when I should stop and go the other way.
There was a very small ball left. Like the ball left was this size.
Okay. But I mean, I only have the one. Let's say I have 3 different colors. I don't think they would go good together.
Well, I did the laundry basket in the Grape Gala. Just corner to corner, made a corner base. Couple of rows of single crochet around just to create that edging, and then corner to corner all the way around.
I made a couple of like pocketbooks with the drawstring. I followed something from Bag O' Day. Came out good. Like she has a tutorial. Somebody showed it. I was in somebody's live one day and she showed a little pocketbook, and then you can make it any size you want.
Yeah.
So Susan wants to know what year I was born in. I was born in the 50s. The last year in the 50s. No, I'll be 62 this year. My husband's getting all the calls from Medicare now. He's going to be 65.
So if you're going to be 62.
Huh?
I'm just trying to do math in my head, and I was thinking I'm exactly half your age, but I think that calculation's wrong. My brain does stupid things at stupid times.
Oh, yeah, my middle son is your age, so you were born in 86?
85.
Oh, okay. My middle son was born in 86. He just turned 35.
I'll be turning 36 this year, yeah.
Yeah. So before you know it, I'll have kids in their 40s. I thought the 30s was bad. That's all.
2 years.
Anyway, I'm gonna call it a night. I'm gonna call it a night soon. It's getting late. It's 9:30. What time is it there?
8:30.
Oh, so you're just an hour earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I also got, so I had gotten a lot of yarn that they were getting at the Ollie's, or that Red Heart with Love metallic. So I had made a shawl out of the gray one. I like the sparkly stuff. Anyway, it's getting late. My husband's going to want to hang out with me a little bit.
That's
I don't know. He's
good.
watching TV. He's been watching, like, I don't know if he's watching like repeats of American Idol. He says, oh, they're doing it differently now. He kept making me come in and watch people sing earlier today. That was a big deal. We used to like to watch the ones where they would sing bad and they were all like goof on them, kind of.
And then they try to rip you apart for them singing bad because they're completely
They're not picking on anybody now, which is kind of nice, I guess. It's kind of mean. Oh, it's the Whippy. It's Julie the Whippy chick. Hi. Well, I guess I'll stay a few more minutes. I was going to get off soon. You want to see what I'm making, Julie? Let's see. I'm working on this right now. This is Dollar Tree yarn. It's going to be a blanket. It's right now, it looks like a scarf. See? This is a green. This one, the dark color is a green, dark green.
Yeah.
It does look like, don't you hate when you put the thing up to the camera and it doesn't look like the color?
Well, and that's the thing. That's why I'm always trying to move it around so you could see, like, oh, it's not the easiest thing.
Yeah, I like this one. It's so soft, this yarn that I made this shawl in. It's super soft. You can't see it too good right now. I got a half a screen.
I like that shawl.
So Julie says I made a blanket like that. Oh, cool. Well, how big did you make your blanket? I'm just making a baby size. I try to make it 36 inches long, and it's more like 40. So I want to try to make it 36 inches wide. So we'll see. It's going to take me all week.
Yeah.
Thank you.
At least you didn't do a single crochet queen size blanket.
No, I did a single crochet twin size, the mosaic one.
I did the queen size.
Huh?
I actually did a single crochet queen size blanket.
How long did that take?
A year.
This was supposed to be I started this, it was join as you go. It's supposed to be a top from Lencia. I started it, but I don't know.
Oh, I like that. I really like that color. I'm addicted to that.
Yarn is really.
That's
this
that
was
yarn.
Hobby Lobby yarn. It's called Hint of Glam. I have another color. Oh, so Julie said that she made a really big one for her father-in-law. Yeah. I'm living in South Florida and I'm not shipping any big blankets. So, like, I made a lot of hats for my kids that live in New York, stuff like that. I've made my sister like a hat and a shawl and sent it to her. So, but I'm always making something like you. Your husband doesn't mind you crocheting. He's used to it.
He turns on the music, so he'll pick out music and then he'll play what he wants, but then every once in a while he'll put on a certain song just for me. And he's like, there you go, babe. So I'm like, yeah, and I start, if I'm headbanging, whatever, he doesn't care. But he's always turning around watching me. I'm trying to teach him how to crochet, but that's going to be on his own accord right now. So he's got hooks, he's got yarn.
Yeah.
On his own accord.
Veronica has that yarn. Yeah, sometimes, Veronica, you hold up yarn and I'm like, Veronica, I have that yarn. Because we both went to Hobby Lobby. I have it in another color too. I think it's a gray. I think I have it in gray.
I really do.
I bought the thin yarn to make like a summer type top or something like that. I'm just not that, I might go back to that. I was just have to make sure I remember what hook I used on it.
Write it down in a book, Nancy, or you'll forget.
I took a picture of the hook on it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
What's your favorite hook size?
The one in my hand,
What is
5mm boy.
Okay. I like Susan Bates.
I've never tried Susan Bates. That's why I can't say I like them
And I like
because I've only ever had
one
one.
that have the little gripper on them. See? Especially for the smaller sizes, because I have to take my ring off,
Oh yeah.
you know.
Uh,
And you know, most of
it's not
my
like
I
this.
got some I've got other kinds. I have Boyd. I've tried them. And I have more. I tried some of these Hobby Lobby ones. Not in love with them. You know, this
No.
was, hey, listen, if I had nothing, I would use it. I even have light up ones, which I don't know. Yeah, I have most. I have like, I've got a collection. So what size did you use for your big anniversary cake? What size hook?
8mm.
You use an 8mm with that? This
That I
is
did.
just is an 11. I have some. This is a 9. Whatever. I've got a ton of hooks, metal, plastic, everything. I have more because, like, I was trying some of these other ones. I was using a coupon. They took away the coupons at the Hobby Lobby.
And then I have all the stick markers on the side.
Okay. I've got too much stuff.
We all do.
Let's see if I can get through February. Let's see if I get through March without buying any yarn.
Knock on
Oh,
wood.
you just bought 3 of those hooks? Which ones? These Hobby Lobby ones, Julie? I like these. I'm just used to these. I've been using them for so long. I think I gave one away in my last giveaway. I didn't like it. I mean, it's okay. I'm sure somebody else will like it. It's perfectly good hook, you know. I haven't seen any hooks at my so Susan was born in the 50s also. So, you know, they were like walking on the moon when I was little in school. You know, they'd wheel in like a black and white TV with, I don't remember.
That's what I grew up having, is a black and white TV.
They had color TVs when I was little, but you know, you had to have a lot of money. They were so expensive.
Oh,
You know,
yes.
there wasn't any cable. Oh, the Susan Bates. Oh, okay. Yeah, she likes Susan Bates too. Yeah, I use both. Anyway, I'm gonna go now. It's getting late here. It's I don't know, what time is it by you, Julie? Yeah, it's 9:38 here. So I'm gonna call it a night. This is about my limit. Sarah, it was really nice hanging out with you tonight.
I was able to make it up today.
Cool.
I'm happy.
Oh, Susan's in California. It's only like 6:30. She just probably finished dinner.
Yeah, she's on the West Coast.
Yeah, West Coast. Yeah, I've never been to California.
I have to do the never eat soggy wieners because it just makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, it was fun. I hope you had a good time. I might have repeated myself a couple of times.
Yeah, we all do.
I know,
But
but
yes,
you know,
it's so much fun.
people, so you know, you could share things again. You know. Okay, so if you could say your goodbyes to your friends and you know, check out the links in the chat if you haven't already. Okay.
Absolutely. I'll head
All right.
on down.
Take care. Bye. All right, I'm going to hang up now. Thanks for coming. Oh, we're almost to 1 hour and 40 minutes. Bye-bye, Jane. Bye, Veronica. I'll see you soon. Bye, Julie. Thanks for coming by. It was fun, but it's getting late. Nighty-night. Crochet tonight. Bye. Oh, hi, Kay. Bye, Kay. Good night.